In this video we will be looking at the granny stitch. Stick with me and I'll show you how it's done. We start off by making a foundation chain in multiples of 3 plus 7. For my multiple of 3 I've made 9 plus 7 more. The first 3 chains from the hook count as a double crochet. The 4th chain is the first stitch in our base row. We yarn over and make a double crochet into that 4th chain. Then we chain 1. We skip 2 chains and into that 3rd chain we make 3 double crochets. And we chain 1. We skip 2 chains and we make 3 double crochets into the 3rd chain. And chain 1. Skip 2 chains, double crochet 3 into the 3rd chain, and chain 1. When we reach the end of the row we should have 3 chains left. Into that final chain we double crochet 2. We then chain 4, the first 3 chains counting as a double crochet and the 4th chain acting for the chain space. We turn our work. We'll now be working into the chain spaces between the clusters of 3 double crochets. Into the first chain space we double crochet 3. And chain 1. Into the next chain space we work 3 double crochets. And chain 1. We continue for the rest of the row, making 3 double crochets into each of the chain spaces, followed by a chain stitch. When we reach the end of the row, we make a double crochet into the top of the chain 3 from the previous row. We don't complete the stitch, leaving 2 loops on the hook because we're going to add a new colour. Cut the yarn. We take our new colour, holding the 2 tail ends together. We then loop the new colour over the hook and pull it through the 2 loops, completing the stitch. We hold our tail ends tight against the work. If you want, you can tie them together. And we chain 3 to start a new row. This counts as a double crochet. Into the first chain space, we double crochet 1. Chain 1. And into the next chain space we double crochet 3. And chain 1. Into each of the next chain spaces we make 3 double crochets followed by a chain 1. When we reach the end of the row, we make 2 double crochets into that last chain space. Now that we've done a few rows, we can see that each row starts with 2 or 1 double crochets alternately. Our last row finished with 2 double crochets, so we chain 4 to make 1 double crochet plus a chain space. And into the next chain space, we make 3 double crochets followed by a chain 1. Continue across the rest of the row, making 3 double crochets plus a chain 1 into each of the chain spaces. When we reach the end of the row, we make a double crochet into the top of the chain 3 from the previous row. We don't complete the stitch, leaving 2 loops on the hook. We snip off the yarn and we add our new colour, pinching the 2 tail ends together, looping the new yarn over the hook and pulling it through the 2 loops, completing the stitch and adding our new colour. We hold our tail yarn against our work. Our last row finished with a single double crochet, so we chain 3 to act as a double crochet, and into the chain space we make a double crochet, starting our row with 2 double crochets followed by a chain 1. We then work across the row, and into each chain space we make 3 double crochets followed by a chain 1. When we reach the end of the row, we place 2 double crochets into that final chain space, and we chain 4, counting as a double crochet plus a chain 1. We continue across the row into each of the chain spaces, making 3 double crochets plus a chain 1. And at the end of the row, we put our final double crochet into the top of the chain 3 from the previous row. Here you can cut your yarn and cast off, or you can keep adding more colours until you reach your desired length. When you're finished, weave in and cut off all the loose ends. And that's how to do the granny stitch.